Ooh, female paladin.
What?
Female paladin.
New class? Female paladin? What, he said he never... He wasn't... What?
드디어. Yeah.
Okay, so LOA on recap, right? Okay, so right, the new continent of Yaws, right? This is the Aya Island. Honestly, it's kind of whatever. The new continent, I don't really care too much about it, but it kind of gave us like a little bit of a look into like the new class. So I'm assuming this is what we're going to get this month. We already know this is coming out, right? They leaked this shit. We're getting solo raid Thaemine, solo raid Echidna this month. I would be surprised if we don't get this month, the new Ark Passive, and I would be surprised if we don't get the Elixir and Transcendence change this month. Mokoko Express, Challenge Express, maybe we'll get it this month, but I feel like we'll probably get this with a new class. But again, this is a huge win for new players. The fact that they get free LOS 24 is absolutely insane for new players. It's no doubt about it. I think the best update of this LOA on. Now, granted, the new class, of course, Paladin, right? Female Paladin, absolutely amazing. I coomed them in my pants, right? But for most people, this is going to be the best update in the game. Music sheet performance, maybe we'll get it, maybe not. It would be amazing if they gave us the music and the style book this month, but I'm holding my hopes. New changes to the Alt Q menu, the daily menu, not bad. Again, I hate the fucking menu, but I wish they were going to change it, but they are adding QOL for that, not bad. Winter event, I maybe will get it at the same time, we'll see. And then the Ark Pass front, which is the Ark Pass, I think we're getting that with a new class. So we're not getting everything with this update, I would not expect, but we're getting a good number of these, the important stuff. Where's your other roadmap release? What is it? So Brel raid in January, I think that's going to happen for us. Okay, I mean, at this point, we're at the same cadence as Russia. I think this is how it's going to be. So new Mokoko Express in February, along with new class Druid in February. Yep. And then we get the new tier 4 system along with the Brel raid. I think this makes a lot of sense for us. This is definitely what's going to happen for us. Ark Passive. Oh, wait, no. This is the Ark Passive system comes in January. Okay, what's the new Unity system? I have no... Oh, that's the fucking Karma. That's Karma. I think we're going to get it this month. I honestly think we're getting the new Ark Passive system this month. I don't think this is 100% the same as us, because I think Russia gets some stuff slower than us at this point. Maybe it's Copium, but I think it is. So this is a new class, right?
If you or anyone in your family have an epileptic condition, consult your physician prior to playing Lost Ark.
This is a new class. This is the Ayaya Druid. It's honestly, I don't care about the class. If we have a transform archetype though, I will play it. Because it kind of looks like you transform, right? Because you can run around as the bear and as the wolf. So if it's a transform class and it's like a 2-gem class, I will 100% play it. But if it's not, then I might skip it. I'm gonna be honest. Yoho abilities, kind of cool. Looks like best Aya. I agree. Out of all the Ayas, this does look the most attractive for me. But so we're gonna have a transform variant and a non-transform variant, from what I can tell. Now, again, for the transform variant, I don't know if it's a 2-gem class. If it's not a 2-gem class, I might not play it. If it's a 2-gem class, I will play it. But look at that, fucking Shoryuken, right? Pretty kind of cool. That's the Aya class, right? And then we have the new Kazeros raid, which is Gate 1 is going to be Thaemine riding on Carl, or riding on Behemoth, which honestly I think is going to be a completely ass raid. Like, we all know, right? Gate 1s are complete garbage. Every single Gate 1 fucking sucks ass for the most part. And I don't expect this one to be any different. It's gonna be basically Thaemine, who's an ass, who's fucking an asshole, and he's gonna ride on fucking Behemoth, which is gonna be even more of an asshole. It looks like you're gonna get juggled up and down the entire time, and it's gonna be trash. But it is whatever, right? Like gate 2 or whatever this is, gate 3. The next gate is gonna be like fucking Mothman, which I don't know. I see him having wings, and that's kind of like any boss with wings looks like it's gonna be complete ass. There's gonna be some counter mechanics. There's gonna be I didn't see any just guards, but there's definitely some counter mechs. It doesn't look terrible though, honestly. They said it's gonna be easier than Grell. So yeah. And then this is gonna be gate 3, which honestly I'm not excited, because this reminds me of the fucking gate 2 of fucking the Poseidon raid, and I hated the second boss of Poseidon raid. I'm not gonna lie. The perspective was so ass. I absolutely hated it. But you know what? Maybe it'll be fine.
Next update is again the Kazeros raid.
Oh, another Kazeros raid.
The last act.
Ooh. It's time to take on Kazeros.
The last act. We will fight against Kazeros himself. I'll tell you about the difficulty.
It's probably gonna be the most difficult raid. It's probably the hardest raid in the game. There's no way it's not like the hardest shit.
Horrible difficulty.
Oh god, horrible
Despair
difficulty.
levels of difficulty.
Jesus Lord, I can't wait for the L fires to come in when this raid comes out. Everybody's gonna quit.
We are preparing a raid that will surpass Thaemine. Because it's the final boss, of course.
So wait, the new raid's coming out in January, and this is gonna be summer? So maybe there will be another raid in between. There might be another raid in between. There might be like an abyssal raid or something in the middle. Or sometime before the summer. Sometime before the summer.
So before the next LOA on, we'll definitely get it.
So probably like May release time?
But date has not been
May?
fixed.
April, May is my guess.
저희 전장판 컨텐츠 확대되는데요.
And then here they just talk about a new Curzon front, a new cube, and a new Chaos Gate.
So this is an event type raid that will be open sometime,
Oh,
closed
okay.
sometimes.
So it's like an event raid. So it's probably gonna be easy. Probably
Two
really
types
easy.
of dungeons. One of them is an 8-man raid that requires progging.
It requires progging. Huh.
나머지 하나는 파티 던전을 준비를 했습니다. 저거는
Another one is a 4-man
매칭으로도 클리어 가능하실 거예요.
party
굉장히 좀
raid
대중적인
that can be
난이도로
cleared
준비했습니다.
even with
그래서
matchmake.
선발대분들을 위한 할인 엔드 컨텐츠와 그다음에 이제
So this guy,
대중들을 위한 어떤 4인 파티
yo!
던전까지 저희가 이렇게
So
두 개
8-man
이렇게
raid for the
준비하도록 하겠습니다.
raiders and 4-man raid for the
that's awesome. That's what we've been asking for. That's what I've been asking for. Something you could matchmake if you don't want to be like hardcore, and then something you could that is hardcore for the hardcore players.
But this 4-man match-made story dungeon type thing will allow players, even if they're not ready for progging, to experience the raid.
To experience the raid. So will
End
it
of
give
March.
you
This raid
materials?
will
is
be
the
released.
question.
Strike raid, end of
Will
March.
it give you good materials? Or is it gonna be like, what is it, rehearsal mode? Because I don't want another rehearsal mode. I want something that, like, you know, will actually give you the good rewards for it. Granted, it might be
We also
less
need to
rewards, but
help.
it's still good.
We're changing Elixir and Transcendence.
Ooh, that's a double right there.
We're
That's a
making changes.
double whammy.
했지만 이게 만화만으로 해결이 안 돼요. 이게
So we
That's
did
a.
make improvements over
여러 가지가
time,
있습니다. 이게
I didn't think they would
nerfs,
even mention elixirs.
but it was not enough.
Yo, thank you, thank you,
And
thank
so there
you.
is definitely a skill issue
skill issue.
Not only luck, but also having to know what to do.
So I guess they're putting in like things like maybe
And
like
the biggest
suggested
problem was that it
locations.
took way too much time.
Ooh, yes, yes, yes.
Let's take a look.
특수 옵션 하나만 여러분들이 직접 고르시게 됩니다. 그리고
So are you able to choose
So
all the
4
options?
options are already locked in, and then you select the last line.
선택지도 보시면은 회복 효과를 3단계 올리겠네. 되게 딱 보시면은 바로 알 수 있는 직관적인 효과들로
So the options will be
저희가
way more
옵션별로
straightforward than
변경을 했습니다.
before.
그래서 학습하실 필요 없이 바로
To
보시면
the point where you don't need to learn
much.
much.
I wish I could read those.
그래서
I wish I
기존보다
could read
훨씬
what
더
it
빠른
says.
시간 안에 엘릭서를 연성할 수 있다.
It'll take much less time to complete elixirs.
It still looks kind of confusing. I'm not gonna lie.
그리고
그리고
지금
질서랑 혼동 게이지도 이제 없습니다.
네네네.
네, 그냥 옵션 보고
There
보시면
is
돼요.
no order stack, chaos stack anymore.
Okay.
그리고 초월 같은
And then
경우는
for Transcendence,
So they kind of made it simpler, I guess.
아,
what the fuck is this?
한 칸에서 네 칸을 이동을 해요.
actually like a board game, so you just
특수 발판 밟으시면은 거기에 따른
Kinda like
보너스
rolling a
효과가
dice.
발동되는
Oh,
되게
so you just
단순한
roll
놀이고요.
it?
will just advance.
주사위만 굴리시면 끝납니다.
Oh, you just press the buttons, I guess. I guess you just press the button. I guess you just press buttons. You just keep
And
pressing
complete.
it, and you just so it's basically the same thing where it's just like it's like honing. You just press the button and it goes. But then if you get lucky, it works, and if you don't get lucky, it doesn't work.
개편, 이런 것들을 정말 많이들 바라셨을 겁니다.
It's better, but I wish they could have just gotten rid of it. And then we have a new Guardian raid, which is honestly the new map doesn't look bad. The new map actually looks pretty fire because it looks like it's just gonna be a big square, like a big open area for you to fight the boss, and that is amazing. Like the map itself, I think is a W in general. The Guardian raid has Velga mechanics, as you can see. Nah, I mean, I love Velga, right? I love Velga. I'm the biggest Velga supporter out there. I love the fucking raid. I think Velga is the perfect Guardian raid. Not for groups, for solo. I think Velga is amazing. But this Guardian raid, I don't know. We'll see how it is. But the map itself is a big W. Looks like Milwaukee, kind of. 13k silver. It does look bad for back attackers, I'm not gonna lie. Which I think I will hate it because of the fact that it's bad for back attackers. I'm a fucking striker main. Like, anything that's bad for back attacker is like 10 times worse for a striker. But the map itself is a big W. Map itself is a big W. So that's good, right? So they introduced also, again, more details on the new Ark Passive, which, you know, we already knew this. This was not new news. Basically, making it so that Ark Passive is across all of the, every single tier. They're also making solo mode Thaemine and Echidna, which is really amazing news for any new players who want to try the raids. Because, again, Thaemine is the kind of like the pinnacle raid, right? It's like the big bad at the moment. Echidna's not really the big bad, but she's another fun endgame raid, which is going to be amazing. Solo raid for Echidna Thaemine, which we're going to be getting, which is really cool. And then they're going to be simplifying some of the old raids for the old solo raids. On top of, they're going to be simplifying the old solo raids a little bit more. So Clown Bingo is going to be gone, for example, but also making it so that they actually have in-game guides for solo raids. So you probably won't have to watch any guides or tutorials on solo raids anymore. They'll teach you how to do the solo raids in-game, even down to things like where you should stand for certain mechanics, which is really good. They're also adding the music, the MIDI thing, where you can make your own music, which is super fun. And then here's the QOL for Alt Q, right? So basically, when you open up your Alt Q, it's going to have the rest meter on the stuff, and it's only going to show you the relevant stuff for your item level. So for example, you see that they don't highlight the, what is it called? They don't highlight the Chaos Dungeons, the Cursant Fronts for the first and the second one. They only highlight it for the third one because that's the one that's relevant for you, right? So they're not going to highlight the old ones, which is nice. And you see Argios for this one is turned off, but the new one is turned on. So basically it'll highlight to you the relevant raids and like content for you, which is really cool. And then they're also making it so that tier 3 chaos dungeons, you only have to do them once per day now. Next is going to be presets, right? So now you can have presets with battle items set. So you can select the battle item preset for the certain raid. They're increasing the amount of presets that you have. So you can have a preset for pretty much every content that you're doing in the game, which includes battle items and also pets, which is great. And then for pets, again, they're making it so you can have presets for them. And then they're also going to be condensing buffs. So, for example, a Paladin's attack buff gives you both attack speed, movement speed, and mana, I think this is. But now they're just going to give you an option to just put it into one icon, which is great because honestly, I think my buff bar is just way too bloated. They're also making it so that there's a nice QOL where if you want to set it so that your multi-hits all just add up instead of having little small numbers, that is an option that you can do. And they're adding a QOL where when you send items to your other characters in your roster, you can just pick them down from a drop down menu. You don't have to type in your character's name, which is a nice QOL. I wish it would be just like another roster storage tab where you could put in the roster storage, but it is what it is. Like, I think they should have just made it so you just put shit in roster storage and it was another roster storage tab that's for like limited trade items. But yeah. And then also with cards, they're making it so that they're adding more base card slots. So it goes from what I can tell, 120 to 250. And they will also refund the blue crystal cost of this. So if you spent blue crystal, it increased your card slots up to 250 from what I can tell. You're going to get that refunded, which is really, really good. And then this is a change that I'm not particularly excited about. They're getting rid of Platinum Field, which is fine. I don't care, right? And they're giving us a way to refund the Platinum Field. So if we have any Platinum Field tickets available and already in our inventory, we can use that to exchange for items, right? Which is fine. But they're getting rid of Challenge Guardians and Challenge Abyssals, and they're not giving us a new way to get more cards and more selectors, which I have an issue too. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, and I probably skipped over it. They're making it one of the biggest changes, right? If you go into a raid, so now you can select gold earners in the raid. Before you go into the gate in the battle item section, you can select whether or not you want to have it as a gold earner. You will no longer have to deal with like, oh shoot, I gotta restart the raid because I didn't select it as a non-gold earner. I didn't uncheck the gold earning button. You can now get that in the raid itself, which is absolutely amazing. And if you go into Cube Solo, you can now select, oh, I want to leave, and it'll refund you your Cube ticket, which is absolutely amazing. So they also announced new hairstyles. So twin tail for female, long haired for male. This hair kind of good. This hair pretty decent. This looks like an old hair. So I think this is an old hair. I don't know. But twin tail for whoever likes that, I guess. Sure. I'm not a fan, but whatever. Also added some changes to the models of characters. I think this is female martial artists. But definitely female martial artists got a change to their posture, which is a huge positive in terms of like their look, right? I always hated the character model for female martial artists, and I'm glad they're changing it. It looks way better. And they're adding some new cursor packs, right? And this is gonna be free. These are really cool. I'm glad they made it free. I thought they were gonna make it for paid, but it's not. And they're thinking about adding new ones too, if people like them. Like they're gonna be pink variations and other variations, so give them a thumbs up. This is a good thing, and it's gonna be completely free, which is great. I thought they were gonna make us pay for them, like Path of Exile did, but no. And then they are doing the This is the Mokoko Challenge Express, which is ridiculously amazing for the new player experience. This will be going up to 1640. So the new Mokoko Express will be going up to 1640, which is similar to our current one. But the biggest change is that when you clear certain contents, right, you will get cards. And after you clear Ivory Tower, you will get LOS 24, which is honestly, while it would be nice if he gave you LOS 30, I think LOS 24 is already fucking huge. Like, they're not going to give us cards for free, right? They're not going to let us get set for completely free and no charge, and which is fine. I think it's completely fine. But LOS 24 plus all the cards that AGS gives us is going to be basically a free LOS 30 for us, which is super amazing. I really appreciate that. And they're going to give us like some more Mokoko Express stuff. This is pretty self-explanatory. A con set, Elixir, 40 set, the free level 3 Transcendence, also the Echidna eyes and Behemoth scales. Also going to give us materials up to level 7, tier 4 level 7s, 4 of them. So no, I'm hoping they give us some level 6s to round out our entire gem shit, but we'll see. And then they're also giving us new shit to make it so our advanced honing, when we get the 6 beads, you no longer have to get a normal success. You can get a great success and the 2x success. We'll see how easy these are to get. Hopefully they'll be relatively easy, and not only from Mokoko Express. They're also doing nerfs to honing up to 1580 from what I can tell. It looks like from this graphic, and Wine Blue didn't mention it, but it looks like up to 1580 silver honing, right? 1580 silver honing, gold nerfs as well. And then Transcendence will be cheaper. And we're also getting more honor shards, and I think more honor shards at least. And then the prime Orehas in the solo shop, which is great. And then they're doing gold nerfs. So the most important one for us is Thaemine. So there's going to be 2 gold nerfs, right? There's going to be Thaemine gold nerf. Gate 4 will only give us 8,000 gold, as opposed to 20,000. Hard mode is going to give us 15.5k, I think, right? And then total, including gate 4, is going to give us 23.5k. Oh, okay, so common, so this is Thaemine normal, right? It gives 10k, and then for hard mode, it gives 15.5k. There it is. Behemoth gives 18k right now. Oh yeah, we get less in Behemoth now because it's 1620 raid. In KR, they're getting 18.5, so maybe we don't get a gold nerf on Behemoth because our Behemoth is already less gold than KR. So we probably will keep our Behemoth gold, but Thaemine gold is getting nerfed. And there's some new like event, like winter event is what they said. New winter rewards for like PC Bong and stuff like that. We're probably not going to get it. New Ark Pass, new Smilegate shop stuff, which we're not going to get. January 2045, they're getting the new II class, the raid, which I don't think we're going to get for a while. They're getting new Guardian raid, which we won't get for a while. New content, and then new Ark Passive stuff. New Ark Pass stuff, which we will probably get a little bit later. And then they're getting the new Strike raid in March, which again is going to be the nice thing where in hard mode, we're going to get 8-person raid, hard raid, right? But in normal mode, it's going to be 4-person raid, matchmakeable. Oh, this is the transformation skin. Transformation skin. Nerias. That's what they're getting. Nerias. New Nerias. And then they are getting some KR specific rewards with new Mokoko skins. And they're also getting what's most important is going to be some selectors for relic engravings, which hopefully we will get the one selector for relic engraving, because that is basically 300k worth of value. They're also going to get the new, they're going to get some pet stuff. So pet tokens for legendary pets, which I personally need. maybe not every one of you guys need it, and they're gonna get the tier 4 Braille bracelet coupons, which none of us have that yet, so we're probably not gonna get that. And then female Paladin, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm probably not gonna play the class if there's no DPS build that's viable, or if it's not like a hybrid DPS support. But still, I think it's really good for the game. Absolutely, I think, again, in terms of the overall, right? The overall for this LOA on, I think, was a W. But in terms of the new player, the veteran experience, I would say it's middling, right? For veterans, it's middling. We would have wished for a lot more. We would have wanted a little bit more to, like, for example, advanced holding nerfs. We would have wanted a better new class instead of the Ayaya, but it is what it is. But for the new players, solo raids going up to Echidna, having the changes to the LOS 24 for this Mokoko Express is absolutely huge. I did not expect them to do it, but they did. So huge W, huge props to Smilegate. We got some nice QOL changes, but again, overall for veteran players, L fire. Overall for and then for new players, L save. But overall for everybody, just in the middle. Yeah, W, big W for new players.